Hello, I'm Sophie and I recruit across compliance and financial crime risk, and I'm part of the audit, risk, compliance and legal team here at T+O+M. There's a lot happening in this industry at the moment. Ever since the Royal Commission, we've had increased regulatory scrutiny and regulatory change. If I focus on compliance, there's been the financial accountability regime, which is due to come into effect mid this year. We've also had the Attorney General release a report on privacy, which is essentially going to mean big reforms for the Privacy Act. Not only that, superannuation is a part of the industry that is going to have increased regulatory scrutiny and as a result increased compliance. If I then look at financial crime separately, we've had a number of issues come through from the banks and more recently the casinos. There's enforceable undertakings that have been accepted by ING and now cash converters. And the Star, the Crown, most of the casinos have had problems with the regulator that they're now having to deal with. It's no surprise that there will still be a growth across risk, compliance and financial crime. We have certainly seen a shift in the market though. The big four banks are no longer recruiting as they have been doing for the past couple of years, and the demand is coming from the smaller institutions, the mid-sized banks, the mutuals, the insurers. A great thing about this is that the roles that are on offer now are much more varied, you get much more exposure, they're less siloed, but what you've got to remember is that these institutions haven't gone through the regulatory pressure as the big banks have, and as a result you will be walking into a less mature environment, which means partnering with the business, bringing them along for the journey and really being able to challenge processes. There is going to be a demand in certain skill sets, namely privacy because of the upcoming privacy reforms that we're expecting, and also financial crime because of the increased scrutiny on the casinos. Both ASIC and APRA have come forward to say that they will be looking into the regulation of crypto assets this year, as well as a focus on climate risk. So I suspect both of these will see an increase in demand for talent. In general, we haven't seen the same increase in wage growth this year. Salaries have levelled out. My advice to anyone looking to recruit this year is to make sure you put your best foot forward when interviewing. Candidates aren't just looking for a good salary, but they're wanting inspirational leaders, people that they can learn from, and a hybrid working environment.